Okay.
So,
So
Bismillah.
either way, are both of them are okay.
Yes, very good. Okay. So again, in the introduction, I would like to remind you guys what should I do in each and every paragraph. Who can remind me, please? For the introduction, what should I include? Usama. For the intro?
General statement and thesis and what you call rephrase question or my opinion.
Just a minute, please. You missed two things up with each other. Number one, the general statement or?
Not or, with.
Or. I either write the general statement or I paraphrase the writing prompt. I paraphrase the writing.
We can't do it together.
No, you can't do this. No, you can't do them but both. Or you can, well, if you have a chance to paraphrase while giving a general statement, that would be fine. Why not? That would be great. No problem at all. You can do them together. So the most important thing is to give a good and a full, complete idea to tell the examiner what you're going to write about. So you either write a general statement or paraphrasing the writing prompt, or you can do both of them together, general statement while paraphrasing the writing prompt. And then continue, please.
This is.
In which you have to include your opinion and
my opinion
and the reasons why. All right, reasons why do you believe that this is your opinion? Very good. And if we have yes, you have a question.
Like more details about my opinion.
No details. It's the main ideas. Main ideas, big ideas, on which you will take a lot of supporting details later on in your body paragraphs. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So moving to the body paragraphs, what should I include?
Just a second. And so here in the introduction, I just paraphrase the original topic or
the original writing prompt.
Writing, okay. And when I come to the point to say my opinion, even if I agree or not, if I'm like agree about something and agree about the other thing, but under some conditions as my assignment, should I write this down or what should I do?
Sure, you do have all the right to do that too. So if you partially agree with one opinion and you partially agree with the other opinion, like for example, some people believe the government should pay for the students or for the young children's fees at schools, while others believe that their parents are the ones who should afford paying these fees. What's your opinion? And why do you think this should be your opinion? So if you agree that, well, the government should pay some of these fees and the parents should pay the other sum, then that would be okay. But you have to include why do you think that this is the right thing to do? Why do you think that both the government and the parents should cooperate together in developing the educational process and then paying the fees for the citizens or the children in their country?
Yeah. So okay. how can I say it? Like, what's the right words to say that?
I can't get you. What do you mean by the right words?
I mean, like how.
So I will give you an example right now.
Yeah.
Some people believe that this would be my introduction. Well, some people believe that the government should pay for the children's fees at schools, while others, or however, other people believe, or while others believe, or on one hand, some people believe, and on the other hand, some other people believe. All right? that the government is the one, or sorry, the parents are the ones who are responsible for educating their own children. Okay? In my opinion, I partially believe with the first part. And I also agree with the second part, because I consider that both the government and the parents have equal responsibilities in developing and in rising the new generation and in increasing the development of the country. Okay? By this, you gave your opinion in a very wise way. You paraphrased both prompt or the writing prompt, and you made a very general statement about the education in every country. Okay?
Okay.
And that would be my introduction. And then in the body, if you agree that the government should do it, then you would have the advantages of the government paying the fees for the children. And then you move to the parents. What are the advantages of the parents paying to their children? And then you mention that what is, again, why do you believe, after you mention which scale weighs more, which part of the scale weighs more, okay? And then in the introduction, you give both opinions with examples, supporting details, each opinion, and then you join them both together. I think that if you gather the advantages of paying, of the parents paying, and the government paying another sum, or the other part, or the the other amount of the fees, the school fees, that would give a very good chance for the students to learn under conditions where they do not afford their parents so much money for education, and in the same time they do not put a lot of responsibilities on the government rather than its own responsibility. Okay, and you can mention whatever responsibilities they have here and there. All right? In conclusion should be there at the end of your paragraph. In conclusion, you have to paraphrase what you have already written in the introduction. And that would be, again, as we always say, the conclusion is a very clear mirror to what you have written in the introduction, but in different words, in a different language.
But okay. I found that this is too hard to just paraphrase, because in my essay I paraphrased every and each word, and that was so hard.
As I told you before, don't try to find synonyms and antonyms to each and every word. You have many other ways rather than finding synonyms, dear. Many other ways, like what? Like changing the grammar structure, changing words into nouns, nouns into words, adjectives into adverbs, adverbs into adjectives, and many other ways. I sent you the paraphrasing sheet, right?
No.
The paraphrase?
Yes.
I think I did.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did. After I finished my last class. Yes, the PDF file. Please, whatever resources that I sent you, kindly keep them with you and try to go through them once more after we finish our class. That would really help you. Okay? 100%.
Okay.
Okay, so shall we move to part section 1?
Last question. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Sarah, I think that you're going to leave us soon because you're going to take the IELTS academic, not the IELTS general.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you'd like to stay with us, that's fine. If not, then you have to wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow or after tomorrow. I would have to stay with you to teach you task 1 in the academic. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So about the spelling, because I know that this is a big issue for many people. I know, but it's just my practice. But I I just want to know how to deal with it, because I didn't write for I usually don't write, so that's why I have a big issue now with the spelling. So what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
The most important or the most efficient solution that I'm going to recommend you now. But are you going to do it, or are you just going to listen and then forget about what I've just said? You have any English books?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Use these English books to write down, copy 2 paragraphs every day. Just copy them. 2 paragraphs every day. All right?
Okay.
And by the end of the month, your spelling would be way better than now. Just write down 2 paragraphs every day. Whatever books you have, keep on
Just
writing.
to copy them, like to see the word and just write it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that easy. Also, you have to read, because sometimes, no, it's not sometimes, it's all the time. Your eyes memorize the words along with your brain. You know, there is a process, a mental process that happens when reading things. When reading, you relate things that you see with things that are in your mind already. So you memorize things using your eyes. So if you keep on practicing reading, your eyes will get used to how the words look like. Okay? So Sarah, please try to practice reading at least 2 pages a day from any book you like. 2 pages a day would really reinforce your spelling skills. Plus, writing, as I told you. Okay?
Okay.
Use a book that you really like.
Okay.
Using a book that you like would really, really make a big difference in your reading and in your writing as well.
Okay.
And these advices go with everyone here, not only Sarah. Okay? If you guys find difficulty with punctuation or conventions overall, I just would like to explain what do I mean when I say conventions. I think I wrote this comment to many of you today. Conventions means that you have to watch your spelling, you have to watch your punctuation, you have to watch your paragraphing and your grammar. This is what I call conventions. So again, conventions means grammar rules, spelling, paragraphing, punctuation. Okay? These 4 are usually abbreviated in the word conventions. So when I say watch your conventions, this means be careful to these 4. Be aware of what you're doing, of your writing. And another thing, after you're done with your writing, please do not send me any task without writing down the time, the estimated time that you spent in writing this essay. Okay? Write down how much time did you take for writing this essay. This is so important because we need to improve our speed. We need to work on that. Okay? Okay, another thing that I wanted to draw your attention to, which is, ladies and gentlemen, please, do not use firstly, secondly, and thirdly in the beginning of each paragraph. We have so many other words rather than these 3. And also, in the middle of the paragraphs, you can't write firstly, secondly, thirdly. And in the middle of the paragraphs, you can use many other joining words. Joining words, like what? I told you before about them, right? Yalla, Osama, tell me what are the joining words that are usually used to join sentences and ideas. Osama?
Furthermore, moreover, in addition to, beside, what's more, that's all I remember.
We have also, however, if you're contradicting paragraphs with 2 contradicting ideas. Contradicting يعني كل واحد فيهم راح في ناحية كده. Contradicting ideas يعني if you say, for example, The same example that I was talking about. Okay? So in the first paragraph, you're going to mention the parents' role in paying the fees and in paying their own kids. On the other hand, if you're going to talk about the government, you can start with on the other hand, or however, or on the one hand and on the other hand. Okay? And you can go ahead with these. So if you have two contradicting ideas, then at that time you can start with however, on the one hand, on the other hand, on the other side, or however, okay? But if you're giving similar ideas, like for example, if you talk in one paragraph about the parents' role in educating their own children, and in the second paragraph, you have another main idea that needs support, which talks about the same thing. You can start your paragraph saying, anyone? Hiba?
I think. Besides, I can say
Excellent.
besides this idea.
Very good. What else?
Furthermore.
Furthermore, excellent. What else?
In addition.
In addition to that, very good. Moreover.
Moreover.
Yes. In addition to that, moreover.
Conclusion.
In other words. In other words.
Yeah. In other words, yeah, you're going to do a paraphrase. In other words.
If I'm going to explain more my ideas.
Yes, explain more ideas than in other words, but in other words means that you're going to explain the same thing over again.
Yeah.
Yes? You're not going to add something else. You're just paraphrasing something.
Wrap up. Can I say to wrap up? To wrap up this idea?
No, Hiba. To wrap up is for the conclusion. For the conclusion, you can start with in conclusion, or, comma, to conclude, comma, to wrap up, comma. Okay? These three phrases are usually used before you start your conclusion statement. Okay?
What about another key important thing to remember that, blah, blah, blah.
Another key important thing?
Yeah.
Where should you put it?
If I'm turning to another point. Another key important thing to remember is.
That would be good if you're adding more ideas to whatever you've mentioned before. That would be good too. You know what, Usama? The English language is very rich with phrases and interjections and joining sentences of phrases that can join paragraphs together. Yani, do not be stuck to what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right. You can variate and add more to what I'm saying. I'm just giving you the clue words or the clue phrases, and you can add more to it. Okay.
Okay. But what about my font? My font is very too tiny. Thank you.
Don't remind me. It was so difficult for me to read. And by the way, if you notice in the writing here, and here is your writing prompt. Okay, this was task 2. شوفي يا أسامة. Here. Task 2. Okay. And okay. Have a look at your own handwriting. How do you find it?
Beautiful.
Really? Okay. So if you look at this word here, what's this word? Read it.
Must be enlarged.
No, just a minute, please. Okay, I don't know whether you can see me or not. This word is what? This word.
Eligible.
Eligible. You know what's eligible? The meaning of the word eligible. Do you guys have a dictionary? Please try to find this word in your dictionary just right now. Quickly. Eligible. Yalla, Sarah. Lazy Sarah.
Yeah, I know the meaning of it.
Tell me what's the meaning of the word eligible, Sarah?
Eligible, it's synonyms of valid.
يعني ايه valid برضو معلش.
صالح.
Eligible here means readable. Readable. يعني whether I can read it
reasonable to read.
No. Here it means readable, whether I can read it or not.
Readable.
Unfortunately, it is, yes, it is illegible. Illegible, readable. Legible, irreadable. So if your handwriting is not easy to be read, that would be a real problem for you then. Okay? Which is real. This is a real problem that you have to fix. Just try, Usama, to enlarge your handwriting a bit. Too small, and you know what? It takes a lot to...
Because I don't have too much time, so I have to write quickly.
But still, if you practice now, enlarging your handwriting a bit, that would give you a good chance to improve your handwriting in the test itself. And honestly speaking, Osama, believe me, the handwriting reflects a lot about the personality. And the small handwriting usually reflects or gives an indication that this person's self-evaluation is low. So don't give your examiner a chance to think that you do not evaluate yourself high. Okay? Believe me, I've been checking many papers before, and this is not the first writing to check. So please, if you don't have enough confidence, if you don't confide yourself enough, please do not show this in your paper. You have to enlarge your handwriting. The bigger, I don't say that you write big handwriting to say that, well, I'm an enough self-confident person. I don't say so. But to a reasonable size, please. At least to make it readable. Okay? Thank you very much, dear.
Thank you.
So you're very much welcome. So, shall I move to part one? Task one. Sarah, you gonna stay?
No.
Oh, you're going to change your mind?
Yeah, so I will leave.
No, stay. Stay if you'd like to. Because you know what, Sarah? I may say something that may be of a good benefit to you too. So anyway, the choice is yours. If you'd like to leave us, then leave. If not, then that's fine. No problem. I don't mind. The choice is yours. Okay?
Okay, I think you will do the letters, right?
Yeah. Task one, which is the letter.
Okay. So yeah, I will leave. See you guys next time. So yeah, I will wait for your message to tell me when exactly.
Remind me, because I may forget.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Take care. See you. Bye.
Sarah, please don't forget. Sarah, please don't forget to write another assignment and send it to me. Task 2.
Just anyone? Choose anyone.
You choose whatever, but please make sure you send me the writing prompt as well.
Okay. Okay, thanks so much. See ya, bye.
Is my board clear? Can you guys see my board?
Yes.
Yeah, clear.
So now, oh my God. Mohammed Zahan is sending me. Mohammed, focus here, Mohammed, please. It's no time to send emails right now. All right. Mohammed, are you there? Can you hear me, Mohammed?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Now, I want you guys to focus on the writing task 1, which is the letter writing. To what extent is the letter writing important? Actually, it is very important. Why? Because it weighs 1/3 of your writing score. So if your writing score out of 40, for example, 15 marks will go into the task 1. So it is not that trivial number. 15 whole marks. Okay? So My advice to you, number one, learn the difference between formal and informal letters. There are different types of letters. We have formal and informal letters. Who can tell me what's the difference between a formal and the informal letter? Do you guys know? Quickly, because we don't have
Yeah.
much time.
Okay, formal, I think I need to write the date, the place, the
Okay,
address.
who are you addressing in the formal? If you're addressing someone formally, who should this be?
Dear
Your
manager and company.
manager. Very good.
Yeah. Complain if I'm going to complain about something.
Okay,
A request. Make an interview. Request for a job. For example.
excellent. Okay, that's amazing. So if you're writing to someone you don't know or someone of a higher rank, okay, it's usually a formal letter. Your boss, your manager, you're someone you don't know, a company that you don't know and you're applying to a job or making a complaint. Excellent with that. What about the unfriendly or the friendly letter? To whom should you send? Friendly.
My
My
family,
friend.
my friends,
Your friends,
anyone,
family,
family.
co-workers,
Neighbors.
colleagues, neighbors. Very good. Your neighbors, would you send a letter to your neighbor? Why? Just knock the door and tell them your message. It's easier. Yeah? Okay, so for sending a letter to someone you know, it's a friendly letter. Someone you don't know or someone in a higher position, then it's a formal letter. All right? And here are the differences between both of them. Here we'll have formal, informal, or friendly letter. The difference between them. Number one, the people you're sending to. All right? So for the formal, someone you don't know,
But informal, someone I know him.
or someone superior. All right? For the informal, someone you know, someone close to you. Like a friend, a family friend, family, co-worker, or whatever, your cousin, your relative. This is number two. Another big difference. What do I call this? When you write, for example, I am, and here, I'm, or he is, they have, we will, and here I can write it like he is, they've, will. What do I call this? I call this contraction. In formal letter, I can't make any contractions. Contraction يعني اختصار. Contraction, add two words and put them in one word. Okay?
Can I say not contractions? I said abbreviation.
Can I say? Ha, مش
Can I say abbreviation?
Abbreviation, yes. But this is not an abbreviation. Abbreviation is like, for example, and this is what I'm going to talk about next. Here, abbreviation. So, for example, when you write a title for someone, instead of saying doctor, you write Dr. dot. All right? So, and same for Mrs. Or Junior, Jr. For the formal, you write Junior. Ted, Junior Clark. Okay? So these are the abbreviations. Abbreviations يعني اختصارات. I don't use abbreviations in the formal letter. I don't use any contraction in the formal letter. So in the formal letter,